Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel into another Highlands fishing blog. Today we are talking about new productions, constructions, and decorations, and this is going to be a long one, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. A new map soil cultivated with a new crop and the introduction of aquaculture adds new productions and constructions to Farming Simulator 25. Highlands Fishing brings you a variety of new activities that allow your business to grow and make more profit. Let's take a look. Catch up on other previews, which I have videos on every single one of these if you want to look at those. And don't forget to pre-order Highlands Fishing if you want to save 10% before it releases on November 4th, which is Tuesday. If you already got the season pass, you're covered and the expansion will unlock on launch day. Pre-order now. Build a castle. I was right. I guessed that in one of the earlier blogs or videos about this. Highlands in need of restoration. Alright, so we're going to be taking a look at the pictures here. I'm going to be doing dialogue, so they're not going to be, they're going to be like my previous couple of videos where I just have the pictures going through reading the blog. We're going to be looking at the pictures and everything. That's why I said this is going to be a longer one. So yeah. We had this in I don't remember if it was a video they did or a different blog, and I was like, that's a constructible. I was right. Those trees in the snow, that fence there, that's so cool. There are two castles in Highlands. One is still standing proud at the shore, and the other one, well, it's not standing, but lays in ruins. Whatever the history behind that situation is, it seemed that the town castle won the battle. But you can do something and help to restore the one on the hill. Right here, the landscape down there with all the trees and the fog. That looks so cool. This is the castle we're restoring. That's a field down there, I would guess. Don't quote me. As one of the new construction projects, the castle grounds require you to deliver resources so it may shine at the top of the hill in all its glory once again. It's a bit of a project and takes some time, but when it's done, you're rewarded by being allowed to crown yourself king or queen of this fine achievement of architecture. And I'll be doing a video where I tell you everything you need for this, and then I'm going to time-lapse the build. That's probably going to be a later video, but that's one of the videos many I have planned for this DLC. I am so pumped. This like old rustic architecture on this map is amazing. There's the castle built. There's that right there. And yes, I believe that is a field. There's another field over here. Here it is in the snow. That looks awesome. In case historic structures to beautify the landscape and increase your prestige level are not your thing, you might want to invest your time and resources into something more productive. The windmill. Not only does it look nice, it becomes a functioning production point after completion. Meaning the mill does some actual milling, deliver your harvested grain to be processed and turned into flour, so it may become your starting point for a production chain. What? That's awesome! That's so cool. A buildable, functional production point from Giants. That is amazing. Is that picture there? Here's this one with it all, almost all the way done. And then this one adds the, I don't know what this is called. The blade? I'm not sure what this turning part of a windmill is called, but it adds that. Without that, it's not a windmill, it's basically just a tall building. So, that windy go up there, and then that's like platform around it. That is so cool. We'll be building that too in a video. New products and production chains. Very fishy. Production chains and icon overview. So, there's a lot here, but basically, your ingredients for these productions, what they take in, what they output: onion, onion soup, onion salt, fried onion, onion bag, young salmon, young trout, salmon, trout, fish food, roof shingles, tassel stones, big stones, water, soybeans, flour, sunflower oil, olive oil, rice oil, and canola oil. So, first one is water, goes into your quarry, and then you get your roof shingles and tassel stones. And then you have onion, which can go a couple different ways. It can go here to make onion bags, or it can go down here to the vegetable processing plant to make onion soup, onion salt, and French fries, which then, or no, fried onion. Not French fries, that's fried onion, sorry. And then that looks like that goes to the oil mill to make oils. And then you can take the oils to the fish food factory, which go to fish food factory. Then you can go to young fish breeding, offshore aquaculture, or you can take your fish food factory stuff right from the fish food factory to the offshore aquaculture and the fish lake. Hopefully that made sense. And then your oil, or not oil, soybeans and flour can also go to the fish food factory. I think I'm reading that right. Or no, maybe your oils go to the vegetable processing plant to make your fried onions. I don't know. We'll figure it out next week when Highlands actually comes out. I'll be doing videos that aren't a confusing chart, and I'll tell you exactly what you need, exactly where, but maybe it will clarify down below. To build a castle or windmill, you require some resources, especially wood, but the sawmill is hardly any news, and you might have visited in the past for other construction projects. That's why we added new places and products to the chains of production and construction. Now there's also a quarry and a stonemason. Bricks won't do, so heavier stones are needed, and what's a castle without some fancy shingles on the roof, right? Can like quarry. Is that a new tractor? I'm not sure. And then we have the Hume stonemason. There's pallets out there. Again, this is like rustic buildings on this map are awesome. I like that tree over there. I'm a weirdo. I know. But that's not all. With the new crops, onions, as well as the whole fishing endeavor, there are other new links in the production chain. Most prominently, the fish food factory, which is right here. There's your fish food pallets down there. We've seen those before. To produce fish food, you need vegetable oil, sunflower oil, olive, canola, or rice oil, plus wheat and soybeans. Out comes the fish food. Learn more about that in our fishing preview. There are also a couple new selling stations in town, which I do have a video going over this whole blog too. Okay. I will link the Highlands fishing playlist in the description of this video. The Glen Hatco. New buildings and decorations. Flower pot here, wood pile there. Some flower pots here. I like that house. I think that if that's the main house, that really fits the map. Apart from all machines, tools, factories, and production buildings, you get more options to beautify the environment. New buildings can be placed on your land. Want to create a nice little community within Kinlag, consistent of natural-looking log cabins and houses? Go ahead. New buildings. Very cool. Of course, we'll take a better look at all these in-game next week, but I really like this log cabin. Unlike... Oh! That would be a good step on, like, a survival... Ooh! Start with this on a survival map? If you're doing, like, survival? Start with this. Start with a floor mat, or, like, a tent. Then go to this. And then go to this log cabin? Or maybe then go to this, and then the log cabin as your final one? That would be awesome. A variety of decorative objects allow you to customize your backyard, whether it's a pleasant and tidy, or a more busy one, adjacent to your tool sheds and garage. New decorations. There's a lot here. We'll go over these in game. Flower pots. If you don't know me, I love these in farm builds. Also this, I love these like first 5 things in farm builds. They're in like every single one of my farm builds in one way, shape, or another. So getting some of this stuff base game is awesome. And then you have like a picnic table there. It looks like an old like rusty boat. Some like old containers, whatever these 2 things are. Like an old decorative greenhouse right there, it looks like. And whatever all that is. New trees and bushes and meadow types are also to be found in the construction menu. We know some of you enjoy placing happy little trees and plants in the vicinity of your farmland, so go for it. Awesome! Fields here. Some sort of root or vegetable crop. I can't tell what that is. Fence there. There's bush around here. There's buildings in the back. We also placed more ourselves. Kinlag will be lit with seasonal decoration like Halloween and Christmas decorations. Christmas tree right there. I love that tree with that mountain in the background. That's awesome. Star there. Snowflakes over here. These 2 are definitely snowflakes. That might be just another star, but awesome. With the winter, with the snow in the background, on the streets, on the tables. That is so cool. Snowflakes with some light spread across the street from one building to another. It looks like stars on all these buildings. The cloud coverage. There's snow on the ground, snow on the tops of these trees. That is... Gosh, I am definitely fangirling right now. It's so good, though. All the decoration on this house. The trees over here with the mountain backdrop in the background and this stone wall. That is so cool. Want to see more? They will be streaming in... Well, I'll just read this. If you want to get a well-rounded picture of Kinlight and all the new stuff, tune into our pre-release show on Thursday, October 30th at 6 p.m. CET, which I believe is 1 p.m. Eastern time zone in the U.S. We'll be streaming on Twitch and YouTube, which I think I have both of those linked in the description of every video. I know I have their YouTube. While senior gameplay programmer and lead integrator Stefan Morris provides a general machine and gameplay overview, 3D artist Vanessa Wieldman goes into detail about the new map and what has changed during development since you saw Kinlight at FarmCon and Gamescom. If I messed up any part of either of their names, I apologize. Ready to fish. With Highlands Fishing, you can also start bigger, more professional fishing operations, a fish breeding facility, offshore aqua farms, feed production, and boats for transport. Let you set up a new line of business in addition to agriculture, animal husbandry, and forestry. Pre-order now for a 10% discount or get the year 1 season pass, which includes the expansion and 3 packs. Highlands Fishing releases on November 4th for PC and consoles. I love this so much, I think we're gonna do the outro here. Hey, if you have not, do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I am so pumped for Highlands. I'm so pumped to bring you guys everything I possibly can with this DLC. With that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.